So this video we are going to talk about, should you outsource all of the marketing if you are an accountant? Since marketing and sales, of course, is kind of like the main thing for growth. Since marketing and sales is the oxygen for the growth of the business, it's a very important process. And the question is, should you outsource everything for the sales and marketing? Because if you do this the wrong way and you outsource all of the marketing to the wrong company, for example, it can cost you a lot of time, but also most importantly, money. So in this video, we are going to talk about, should you outsource everything and how should you outsource the marketing if you are an accountant? So before we dive in, I will introduce myself. My name is Dan and I am the owner of Accounting Kings, where we work with accountants, bookkeepers and tax professionals to get them more higher revenue clients that they enjoy working with and that also pay them more. We do this in a way where we only profit until they do. Now, let's dive right in. So if you are an accountant, of course, you do not want to keep yourself busy with doing the marketing. You want to keep yourself busy with serving your clients and talking to potential clients. You do not want to learn Google Ads, Facebook Ads and all of that stuff. But you also, of course, need to realize that if you are going to outsource the marketing and you do not understand anything of marketing, that there's a very high chance that you are going to outsource this to the wrong company. So let's say that you are a business owner, for example, and you are going to outsource your tax and accounting services. You of course need to understand the basics of tax and accounting, because otherwise you will never be able to actually control if your accountant is doing the right thing. And you also don't really understand what they are telling you, what they are doing. And it's just better if you have a general understanding of tax and accounting as a business owner. Because sure, you want to outsource stuff because someone else is better in it and it's saving you time. But if you don't understand anything of it, you also don't know if they are actually doing a good job. Another big thing that you need to understand is that if you know nothing about sales and marketing and you are looking for someone to actually outsource all of those services, they can tell you anything. They can tell you the biggest bullshit in the world and you can probably believe it because you don't understand what they are talking about. From the perspective of should you outsource everything? Yes, but only outsource stuff if you know the fundamentals of the marketing that you are going to outsource. Otherwise, it's very hard for you to actually pick someone that is going to do it the right way. It's also very hard for you to actually determine if they are doing a good thing, will they are outsourcing it. And if at some point you are talking with them about the future of the campaign, for example, you don't really know what they are talking about. So you of course want to know kind of what they are doing. Another big thing to actually understand is that if you are outsourcing the marketing, don't outsource everything of the marketing. We have actually worked with an accountant in the past and they were really focused on working with more higher revenue businesses, doing like 3 to 7, 8 million per year. I was reviewing their campaign and I told them, hey, you realize that the other marketing company that you worked with was also calling out individuals that are not making a lot of money. They had absolutely no idea. So you need to make sure that if you are outsourcing your marketing, that you also understand that the tone of voice need to be the same as your company. For example, we have also worked with very modern accountants that don't really like to be very professional and they just are kind of casual about the way they dress and the way they act and talk. If that's kind of your style, it doesn't make sense to do the opposite in the marketing that you are doing, because then people that are very professional, for example, are going to click on the ads and come to your office only to find out that that's actually not the type of account that they are going to talk to, which will hurt your sales conversion rate. So if you want to outsource everything, you need to make sure that you understand the basics, but also that you do not outsource every single thing, that you still can give some input into the marketing campaign so that it's actually aligned with your tonality, your tone of voice, with the clients that you want to attract. Another important thing to understand is if you are going to outsource your sales and marketing, because at some point, let's say that you are starting accountant, once you are just on your own and you want to outsource the marketing aspect of your company. Now, that makes sense because you want to find someone that does a better job than you and that you can actually focus on serving your clients better. The first couple of in-house hires that you are going to make, of course, is not like a full-time marketing person. Those will be maybe a bookkeeper or a tax preparer or a tax advisor or anything. So you need to understand that if you are starting an accounting firm and you never learn to actually understand marketing and learn what marketing is all about and the fundamentals of marketing, then later on in the journey of your accounting firm, when you want to hire an in-house marketing person, you also don't know exactly what to look for. Because let's say that you're going to hire someone, and of course it's more expensive than hiring a company that does it for you a couple of hours per week. If you make the wrong hire, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So if you never learn the principles of sales and marketing and you outsource everything from the start, so you need to come back and learn it again when you are at the point where you want to hire someone in-house. So at every step of the journey, when you are an accounting firm owner, and you want to, of course, outsource the marketing, you always come back to the point that you need to understand the fundamentals of marketing to actually make the right decisions. You are going to make the wrong hires if you don't understand the principles. The marketing campaign will not be aligned with your tonality and the message and the type of clients you want to attract. And you can also not decide if the marketing campaign is doing a good job and if there is still potential with the marketing campaign that you are running if you're outsourcing it. So to answer the question, yes, of course you want to outsource it because you want to focus on delivering an amazing service to your clients and just talking to potential clients instead of generating leads. But you also do not want to outsource every single thing and never learn anything about it, because that will also have a negative impact on your company. So then the main question, of course, is what should I learn about marketing? Because you do not want to learn everything. As a business owner, you also do not want to learn the whole tax code because you can pay someone to do it for you, which is a higher leverage task. So the things that you should learn regarding marketing is what are the different ways to actually get clients and understand the fundamentals of those different ways. So you need to understand what is the benefit from Facebook versus Google ads, for example. Why should I do advertising versus just cold outreach? You need to understand the fundamentals so that you can actually make a decision on which platform and which way to get clients will be best for your company. So for example, if you are mainly focused on working with individuals, it doesn't make sense to advertise on LinkedIn, right? So you need to understand those fundamentals. Then if you actually have made a decision, okay, well, I want to focus on digital advertising on 2 platforms, then understand the fundamentals of how these platforms actually make money. So for example, if you are going to run an advertising campaign on Google, you need to understand that Google is going to get paid per click. And you need to understand what are they incentivized to do. They want to give the highest cost per clicks to the people that are going to give their users a good experience, because then they come back and they click on more ads. And then of course you need to kind of understand the basics. Okay, well, how do I give the users a good experience? Okay, well, I need to have good ads and good landing pages with a great offer. Okay, so if you understand those basics, so you just pick the ways that you want to get clients and the platforms, dive into how those platforms make money so that you can actually do a good job with making them a lot of money, when then they will reward you for making them a lot of money. That's how every single platform works in a nutshell. And that's, for example, why with Google Ads, you want to make sure that your ads are always giving the users, the searchers, a great experience, because then Google is going to reward you with the best clicks for the lowest cost per click. So that's kind of what you need to learn. You need to really make sure that you pick a couple of platforms in a couple of ways, dive into the ways that they make money so that you can actually benefit from this, so that you can understand the basic terms, and then you can outsource it and make sure that you outsource it to the right company, that you can manage those people well, and that at some point you can also make a decision if they are doing a good job or not, and if there is still good potential. So, quick conclusion of the video. Yes, of course, you need to outsource it, but don't outsource everything and never look back at it. Learn the fundamentals, make sure that you do not make the mistakes that I summarized a couple seconds ago, and just pick a couple of platforms that you want to focus on and learn the fundamentals for a couple of weeks, so that whenever you are at a point where you need to hire someone, you make the right decisions. So if you are an accountant and you want to get more clients in a way where you do not have to chase leads or talk with unqualified people, there are 2 links in the description. The first link is a link you can click on if you want to learn more about everything that I do. It's a free, no obligation growth session that you can schedule there. And the second link is for a free Facebook community if you want to connect with other like-minded accountants and learn with each other. So if you like this video and you learned something from it, of course, make sure to leave a like. If you have specific questions, leave them in the comments. and I will answer them for you. And don't forget to subscribe if you do not want to miss out on any other videos. Thanks.